How you doing, Luca? You good, buddy? Just get my tea here. Hi, Catherine. Grim up north. How you doing? Davy Milne, how's it going, Davy? Wee man Sham, the head's bang on, brother. The head's bang on. Jenny Donnelly, how's the head? The head's brilliant, Jenny. Dakota Miller, how you doing, Dakota? You've not been on for a while. Hope you're well, Dakota. Chelsea Darts in Middlesbrough. My old mucker, Chelsea. The Middlesbrough, the Teesside Mafia. The Borough Boys. Right, guys, we've got a few bodies on. How you doing, Brad? We'll get right into it. Two things. Messages I've had. As always, no names. Privacy. County Mayo in Ireland. Brian, how you doing? Brian Rain from County Mayo. That's brilliant that we've got somebody from Mayo. One of the most beautiful places in the world. My granny was from County Sligo, Brian. Mary Trainer. And my great-great-granny was Leviathan Trainer from Sligo. So a lot of people are saying they're not getting notifications, guys. Frankie, how you doing? So hit the subscribe button and make sure your notifications are turned on. There's a little box. David Milne. So, I'm not an expert, but there's a little box for notifications. It's a bell, guys. You hit subscribe and there's a little bell. Excuse me. And it should show that, you know, the bell's ringing. The bells are ringing inside my head today. Thank you, Andy Edwards. Two things, guys. I've had some messages. One on Instagram and one in Messenger. From a boy I won't name. He'll know who he is because we've just voice messaged one another. And he sent me a lovely, lovely message to let me know about his life. And I'm going to tell you a few things, but it's always in complete privacy, so he could be anybody from anywhere. He's from, you know, down the central belt somewhere. And he's probably in his 30s. And had quite an abusive upbringing. Fell into drugs, hard drugs, had a lot of ups and downs in life at the hands of bad people, which is a hell of a thing to try and bounce back from in life, believe me. And he has messaged me to say that in his voice note, after I read the message, I responded, you know, thanking him. Now, he said that the videos and the channels changed his life, right? Now, that's massive. That's massive for me. I'm a guy from simple means, like everybody else, right? Unqualified. But I'm qualified in life. I'm qualified in the school of life. I've certainly done my time there. Now, it said I've changed his life. That's the greatest compliment that I'll get this year. So thank you, you know who you are. And when I say thank you, I was quite overwhelmed reading your message and listening to your voicemail. I was very overwhelmed, in fact. And had said something to a friend of mine today, and they basically said, well, that's the why. People say, why do you do this? That's the why. That is absolutely the why, guys. Big Eck McPhee will drop me a message now and again. Big Alexander McPhee. And he'll say, the channel's a big help, you know. And it's making them feel good and it's helping them. And when he messages me, he doesn't know that he's helping me by doing that. Because he's letting me know that what I'm doing, sitting here talking, is worthwhile. It's worthwhile when one person responds, guys, and when it's meant legitimately, with good, genuine intent from the heart. When somebody reaches out and says, Alex, you've helped change my life. I've not changed anybody's life, but if something I've said has spurred you into action, hi Leslie, if something I've said spurred you into action, gents or ladies, then I get what you're saying, but I didn't change your life. You took yourself to the trough and you dipped your feet in, and you made the changes. You stepped up to the plate and you sucked it in, and you got yourself on the journey. So I thanked him for coming on the journey. And people say, Alex, what do you mean when you say thank you, brother? Is somebody, are you in the Masons? And I say, no, I'm not in the Masons. Don't know anything about that kind of thing. I call everybody that comes on the journey brother or sister if you come on the journey. The journey might be spiritual. It could be one of coming through addiction, removing alcohol from your life, or breaking a habit. Now that message meant a lot to me, an awful lot to me, and I'm going to keep it and save it. And I wish him every success in life. We might never meet, but we might meet. I got a message on Instagram as well from a boy talking to me about his experience recently with his GP on my videos on male testosterone and the links to low esteem and depression, chronic depression. Thank you, David Milne. And his GP, I'll get straight to the point, I will cut straight to the quick, said there's nothing we can do about your low testosterone. This is what he said to him. Right now, I'm going to give me 10 seconds of anger, guys. Okay? Because I'm biting in my gum shield here. I would like to know his GP, and I'd like to go to his surgery and sit him up and stand him up against the wall and tell him that he's a liar. Okay? His GP lied to his face and he stole a publicly funded salary in doing so. Now I have a grasp of what is going on in the medical world, this practitioners world, general practitioners. They are the sales reps for Big Pharma. Now if you have a family member that's one, then I am sorry if you're insulted, but they are the sales rep through indoctrination for Big Pharma. That's all I'm going to say about them. They told him categorically there was nothing. Yes, there is everything you can do. You can correct his testosterone very cheaply and very, very simply. HRT for women, TRT for men. Testosterone replacement therapy for men in the mid-30s onwards when your markers plummet. So, Mr. Instagram message, you know who you are. Your GP lied to you, categorically. Therefore, he's in breach of his civil duty. Okay? He's in breach. He has categorically told you there's nothing that can be done for you. But I bet you he was very quick to offer you serotonin inhibitors. Yeah, of course he was, right? Now, who is Jenny? Who's Jenny in the chat that people are commending? Let me see quickly, guys. Jenny Donnelly, Jenny's son at 18's on the channel listening. He's struggling with addiction and helps 100%. The channel helps. Not me, guys. Jenny is thanking the community. She's thanking each and every one of you that take time out your night to comment on my comment section, our comment section. Jenny Donnelly, thank you very much. I salute you. Jenny, what's your son's name? Tell him he's in my thoughts. I wish him every bit of strength. He's a young man. I was 18 once as well. Tell him that his life's just beginning. Okay? He's got to get up every morning and he's got to take the bull by the horns. His life's just starting. So you tell your son, Nathan Donnelly, that we're all rooting for him. Tell him I'm rooting for him on a personal level, okay? Strength to you, Nathan, young Nathan. So brilliant, Nathan. let's have you, sunshine. Up you get and get on with it and take the bull by the horns, mate. Wish you every success. Jenny, keep in touch, let us know how he's doing. So guys, two amazing messages, two incredible messages from two men who, one is fighting hard to get his inner self corrected. He's seeking help from professionals who are failing him. And one who has came through, you know, the storm, but he's still under the clouds and he's fighting. But he's on the right side of the storm. And sometimes you're only there by the skin of your teeth, but you're there. So you know who you are. And I salute you. I'm very, very grateful that you got in touch with me and that you let me know that something I've done has been worthwhile. I'm paid in full. Paid in full. Claire Hottinger, no, you're still in the fight, Claire. So you might be having the chips down day, but you're still in the fight, Claire, okay? So we know your battle. You've explained your battle. That's one that you'll fight forever, Claire, but you know this. Just keep going. If you slip, if you trip, you end up on your knees, one foot in front of the other, step up. Dust yourself down and get on with it. Remember, no one's going to fight for you, guys. The Maverick McClucky there, telling you story. Everybody's got a story, guys. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's coming through a battle. I had battles in my life. And although alcohol was not a problem, it was far too easily accessible. So I created my own problems by being involved in alcohol because it lowers your inhibition. And when your inhibitions are lowered, you lose respect for people. You lose respect for yourself and you do things that are, you break trust, you make silly mistakes, your judgment is impaired. And all of those things occurred to me. So you find yourself living with the guilt years after. Not a nice place to be. But I choose not to have it in my life. No interest in it whatsoever. Because it doesn't put me in the best light. It doesn't make me the best example of myself. I'm much better with a clear functioning mind. And today it's as clear as it's ever been. But it's getting clearer still. There are still areas to improve. Areas of weakness. Just moments of, you know, weakness and mistakes. And, you know, you can be short-tempered or snappy. I don't really suffer much from that these days at all. Because I'm aware at times in my life I was a short-tempered bugger. So, and people, you know, it's not fair. It's not, you can't justify it when it's over ridiculous things. So every day is a day of improvement. But I love that people are sharing, and guys, this tonight is about gratitude. Gratitude's a word I don't mention often. Stephen Jones mentions gratitude and that I show it apparently on a regular basis. And if that's what I'm showing, then I'm fine with that because I like Stephen's input and I trust his judgment. And yeah, I'm grateful for every day that I'm of clear mind and that I've got a forward momentum. I am not stagnating. I'm moving forward all the time. Little progress is little and often. Remember when we talk about percentages, when I spoke about cycling, marginal gains, shave a quarter of a pound off your belly, shave a quarter of a pound off the bike. All of a sudden those, you know, hills in the tour are not so big. Marginal gains they call it. And it's the same in life. You implement it in life as you would in sport, as you would in anything where you're trying to gain an edge on the competition or gain an edge for yourself in a singular pursuit. And my singular pursuit is to make myself a better person. But in doing so, I have chosen to share it with you guys. And then somebody comes forward and tells me that I've helped them, or that my journey has helped them. Paul B, how you doing? And that's it. That's all I want to hear. I don't do this for, you know, what did YouTube give me this month? 31 quid. Woo, brilliant. That'll get me a Coke can of diesel. So it's certainly not about money, guys. I can assure you of that. Believe me, it's never been about money. Sometimes I even forget to check the videos, the status of the videos. It's about having the conviction to share and not be embarrassed by your growth and your mistakes and your slips and your trips. So if I slip up, if I make a mistake and I get something wrong and I make an arse of myself, you're going to see it because it's going to be done on a public platform. I don't have any problem telling you when I make mistakes, just like I don't have any problem telling you when the darkness is here, right on top of me. I won't share the depth of it with you, but I'll let you know that I'm in a poor form, that I'm in a poor shape. You know, why would I want to share the depth of it? Because I would be worried that it triggered somebody and it rubbed off on somebody, and that is the last thing on the planet Earth that I'm going to be doing, is triggering people. There's far too much of that goes on in some platforms on YouTube. Positive thoughts and positive actions. Let's not bullshit each other, guys. Not every day is rosy. And some days I tell you a wee white lie and I wear the mask a wee bit when I'm not feeling the best of myself. But I'm allowed a wee white lie. I'm not telling you a big lie, I'm telling you a wee white lie. I'll wear the mask and I'll fake a wee smile because I need to make sure that you guys are charging on, and that as a collective, even if some A's are slipping, overall, the average of us all is we're getting there, we're getting somewhere. Everybody has a little off day. You know, you can get ever so slightly derailed, but we shake it off and we go again. Young Nathan's life's just starting at 18, and everything out there, Nathan, seems big and magnified, and your problems seem huge, mate. But you're going to crack them. You're going to crack them with good family, your mum, Jenny. You're going to crack them, and you're going to get on top of them, and you're going to come through it. You're going to come through it, mate, because that's the depth of you. That's what's in you. You just need to find it. You just need to find it, buddy. It's right there. And I was never more intimidated than when I was a young guy at 18, travelling in a train down to Devon in the southwest of England, the West Country. You know, 14, 15 hour train journey. As a young guy from Glasgow, from a village, going to join the Royal Marines. And I never had a clue what I was letting myself in for. Getting at 10 o'clock at night, get met in the platform by a drill sergeant. His name was Keith Stannard. He literally had one eye, one good eye, and a terrifying man. Best move I ever made. Best move I ever made. Evening, Migsy. Best move I ever made, getting off that train at that platform and standing my ground. He made us crawl for the platform up to the barracks in our suits. And that was it. That was my introduction to the real world, Nathan. Catherine Carter, thank you. Dakota, you're too kind. You're all too kind at times. Charlie boy, here's my man, Charlie. Charlie Fleeting, out and about. My man, Charlie. You're not done, Claire. You're not, because you're letting the side down. So, sleep in it. Sleep in it. Focus, focus, focus. Never tell yourself you're done, Claire. Don't. There's too much life to be lived. You just don't know what's round the corner. The best thing ever could happen next week. Be here for it. Be here for it, Claire. Meet your demons head on. Tell them you're not scared. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Tell it. Just tell whatever it is. Tell the darkness, you're not scared of that. I'm not scared of you. The toughest fight I ever had in my life was with myself. In a dark room. Do you know what the fight was? Do you know what the final bell was? Putting the light on. And seeing what shape I'd got myself into. And opening the door and getting out. And coming back to reality. That was the toughest fight I ever had. Looking myself in the mirror. So, it's achievable, Claire. So don't count yourself out. You'll make the bell. Guys, something I don't talk about in here, right? Because it could be triggering and it could plant seeds in people's heads. It's something I truly, truly, truly despise. I really don't like it. And you might say, that's a bit strong, there must be reasons for that. Well, there are reasons for it. It's nothing that I've ever suffered from, but a family member suffered from it. Get it done, Rotter, get started on it. So, the thing I hate up there with abusers is gambling. I'm not going to talk about it for too long, but I'm going to mention it. I hate gambling. I don't mind once a year putting a horse. I don't put horses on, I don't do it. I don't mind the person that backs a horse and picks a horse once a year out of the Grand National. That's just once a year, it's a punt. But when young men are putting their wages on it, and then they're suicidal because they can't face their partners or fiancés or girlfriends or wives because they can't pay the mortgage because they've just scalped 800-900 quid. Young guys that work in the railway making £1,000 a week, and it's all gone at 4:30 on a Friday. And then they're on to payday loan companies. Now, for a long time, I've been looking at how gambling is delivered to the public, how they monetize your handset, and how they have monetized every single advert on every single platform is sponsored by a gambling app. Paddy Power, you know, Betfred, William Hill, William King, Coral, all of them, right? You get guys that go in the bookies every other day and they play with a fiver, and they're up and down wee 30 pence bets, right? And that's just something they do. Instead of buying 2 pints, they play with a fiver. I know a guy that's been doing it for 30 years. He'll play with 20 or 30 quid every Friday from his wages, and it's all he'll ever touch. Up, down, up, down, up, and it's all wee pound bets instead of sitting in the pub because he's a non-drinker. I completely understand that. But when it's entire wage packets, Scottish Ramblers, shout out to the Scottish Ramblers. But when it's entire wage packets, Official Topic Talk, I know, it's a great channel. Steve's doing well. Give him a look, guys. Gambling is everywhere, guys. We are surrounded by it, okay? Surrounded by it. Now, it's an illness if you're weak enough to allow it to become one. I'm not tight. I'll split my money with anybody. If you're stuck and I've got 20 quid, I'll give you a tenner. But I would, if I went into a bookies and lost 100 quid, I'd be over the counter saying, give me my money back. Because it just doesn't work for me, right? So, they're playing on the weakness. Now, you won't go into the wealth area like Newton Mearns or, you know, Milngavie in Glasgow and find a bookies, right? They're in all the council areas and all the working class, lower class areas of the cities. 4 or 5 of them in every street. Football teams, and V-Man's just said it, football teams plastered everywhere. Betfred, Paddy Power, Daffabet, right? They're all owned by hedge funds. And it's all foreign money. It's all Arabian money and, you know, Middle Eastern money and Qatar and Omani money. And Southern Irish money, big Southern Irish money, developers' money. And it's a racket. And it's cocaine in electronic form. That's all it is. It's no different. One of them, you put it down the drain, and the other one, you put it up your nose. They're exactly the same products. They are sold by people that do not give a single F about your welfare. That's it. Now, I had a family member who every penny was, you know, for the bookie. And who knows what was spent over 40 or 50 years in a working industry. But me and my sister never seen it, that's for sure. Anyway. Guys, I'm not a fan of gambling. Now, it's not something I talk about often, and it's not something I'm probably going to bring up again. Somebody's just said there that William King closed his shop in Battlefield. That was because of the rent. Catherine, I actually know young William. Billy, as he's known. I actually know him. It's an affliction, guys. Stay away from it. Gary Taz Carroll, shout out to the Tasman in Dundee. Gary, I'll be in Dundee Wednesday. I'll give you a buzz tomorrow, mate, and we'll get a coffee. Gary Carroll. So, guys, young men are getting in and out of the working game, right? They're in the railways, they're in the rope access industry, they're, you know, they're offshore, they've got dough. And a bookie's a place where, you know, there's crack. The girls are always nice that work in them. You get good crack and all the rest of it. The patter's good. And it's a social hub. It's an extension to a pub. But young guys with a weakness are out of control. Are chasing a buzz. You know, a buzz after a hard week. Fell out with a girlfriend. They get reckless. They go in the bookies and they go crazy. Right? Yeah, correct, Brad. They're even in service stations now. They're everywhere. But they're online, guys. They're on your phone. And they're overwhelming these young guys with weakness. Now, on an even more deeper rooted kind of sinister level, I landlorded for, you know, 20 years, and at 70-80% of the clientele were social housing, benefits, rent checks, and those people are honestly a huge percentage of them had scratch card addictions. One of the biggest addiction problems, one of the most deeply enormous crisis things in the UK right now as we speak, guys, is scratch card addiction. People are going without food to chase scratch card wins. True story. Some people can buy 5, 10 and handle it. Some people can't. Massive problem. Gambling, the machines are everywhere, right? They're staring you in the face all the time. The lottery, folk are, you know, 20 quid's worth of tickets constantly because they believe It's like say it's 1 in 10 or 20 million. Everybody believes this time, this time, this time, this time. It's just gambling. It's odds. Anything that there's odds against, it's gambling. I know a lottery winner, a young guy, it ruined his life. Young guy from where I lived, ruined his life. Dead in his 30s. Won a couple of million at 16. Don't know many lottery winners that have remained happy, to be honest with you. Because in general, working class people don't know how to handle money. They don't know how to handle extreme wealth. It's alien to them. But they can manage to survive all their days on £200 or £300 a week, minimum wage. They can get by and get happy and get a holiday and everything. But give them £1 million, they're dead within 3 years. Don't like gambling. Okay guys, moving on. Listen, there's a lot of comments tonight. A lot of people talking. I'm seeing the names up and down constantly. Claire, listen Claire, we're all behind you. A lot of people giving good feedback tonight. I see that. The Maverick, a lot of Migsy, a lot of people with some good help. David Milne. Guys, it's brilliant. You're building a community here. Yeah, we might not be getting 10,000 views in a video, but we don't care. We're chipping away at the problem. We're chipping away at the problem, and we're gaining momentum. We're just gaining momentum by the week. Right, we're getting a couple of extra new faces every other week, 20, 30 members. That's all we need to build a community. All we need is belief, and all we need is to continue doing good things and being positive and avoiding toxic, negative people, crap, and bringing anything onto this platform. Yeah, some of you know I'm involved in a few other things and some bad stuff in the real world, you know, trying to sting bad people and catch them out and stuff like that. But we keep it off of here because this is for you guys, and I don't want to water it down and dilute it with too many other things. Frankie Wednesday will be down. I'll give you a shout. Teesside evening. So guys, there we go. I got a couple of messages that made my night, made my day, made my night. I'm delighted. Because I'm delighted that what we are doing has been acknowledged by people. I can start this, right, and I can get the ball rolling, but it falls flat in its face if it's only me talking to myself. So without you guys, it's nothing. Without the Jenny Donnellys of the world coming on, and without the young Nathans, what's the point of me doing this? Okay, I was 18 once. I had the weight of the world on my shoulders. So Nathan, I've been you, mate. So you remember that I've been you, and I've had those worries and I've had those woes. Okay, in one form or another, I've had the weight that you're carrying, Nathan. So we're there, mate. We're there. Reach out to me anytime. You'll get me on Instagram, AC Shine a Light, AC_Shine a Light. You'll get me on Facebook, Alex Kearney. Hit me up. We'll get a chat. No problem. Be my pleasure. There's enough hours in the day, guys. There's 24 hours. You don't need to be sleeping for 12 of them. There's enough hours in the day to be helping one another. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. AC_Shine a Light. So there we go. I'm happy to help anybody as long as it's legit and it's genuine. And I've got a nose like a bloodhound. I know when somebody's having me over. And I know when somebody's got an alternative agenda, which doesn't happen often, but it does happen. I'm always honest and above board. When I think somebody's pulling the wool or fleecing me or trying to light me up, I just cut them off and block them. But I let them know I'm blocking them, and I let them know why. I'm very honest about that, and I'm very serious about it. Don't waste my time. If I can help you, I'll help you, but when somebody's wasting your time in order for a laugh or a joke at somebody's expense, I don't appreciate it. Because while you're taking the piss out of me, I could be helping somebody that's considering, you know, harming themselves. So I don't like my time being wasted. Knowing somebody out there genuinely needs it, guys. Okay? Because I know how it felt at a time in my life when I needed somebody that wasn't there for me. Just that one of those things, they just weren't there for me. So there we go. Scottish Ramblers are saying it, not many people help strangers. Well, we're all strangers, we're helping each other. So that's all we can do. Miggsy's saying when you need a neighbour, yep. Sometimes that neighbour that you wave to every day but you're not sure of their name, sometimes they can be your best friend because they just give you a kind word, or they stop off and they go, you alright? And before you know it, there's a kettle on and the tea's getting made. And a cup of tea, guys, you'll really see me without a tea. If I'm up in the mountains, it's a coffee, but at night time I like my tea. I drink a lot of tea. And tea is beer to me, So thank you, Mark H. I appreciate that, Mark. Thank you. We still do a lot of that stuff behind the scenes, Mark, as I'm sure you know. There's a lot goes on. Behind the scenes. But they shadow banned me and they removed my public page and stuff and tried to silence me. But you can't silence me. I don't take a telling. So there you go, guys. All good, eh? It's another day. It's another day that you can tick off. I hope some of you's achieved something. And if some of you's just treaded water, well, you're still here. You're still treading. And that's it. Official topic talk. Steve had me on talking about a subject very close to my heart. Which is, child abuse and trafficking and stuff like that. And I'm late on the night, the busy wee day. So thanks, Steve, and we will do part 2. I see your members are asking for it, so we'll have that, Steve. We'll get that arranged in the next couple of weeks, and I'll go more in depth into the whitewashing of systematic abuses in the UK across every authority and every organisation. Alright, guys. It costs nothing to help Catherine. There's nothing to be gained other than a thank you and a cup of tea and a kind word. But that's all we need, isn't it? It's not about money. It's not about payment. Not in this game. Guys, if there's gurus out there and they're asking you to sign up for something, 10, 12, 15 pound a month, 30 pound a month, and before they help you, you have to pay them, hit the block button. Come here, we'll help you for nothing. Okay? We'll help you for nothing. And see if it's that bad, and you're down in Perth, and you're really, really stuck, and I need to drive down there and drag you to a Starbucks, well, that's what will happen as well. No problem. Okay? No problem. It's only time. It's only time. Half a day, whatever it is. It's not going to change my life, but it might change yours. So there you go. You can't put a price on helping someone, and you can't put a value on someone who's genuinely offering you a punt up. Somebody's offering you a punt up, take it. Take it, because it might never come again. Might be the only chance you get. Might be the only hand up you ever get. So stay away from false prophets, false charlatans and fake gurus offering to offer you support with your mental health for a fee. I've got a fee if I ever meet you, and it's a packet of chocolate hobnobs. Okay? The big packet, not the wee one. The big one. So, there we go. Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to get my head down now. I'm up early. And I'll be getting the wheels in motion for a little bit of a journey come Wednesday. Luca, if you fancy a drive on Wednesday, get yourself up to Dundee, the East Coast. Mads, thank you. Annie B, thank you. The Maverick McClucky, as always, thank you, Claire. Good night. You keep your chin up. Keep up the good fight. Remember, as long as you're still up, you're in the fight. Let me see, what was that there? Yeah, Teesside, absolutely. Excuse me. I'm always careful with what I read and what I believe, and you know, I like to verify and check everything out and stuff. And OG, here's OG on the chat. OG, good egg. Double bubble in the hobnobs, you better believe it. If I ever come across you guys, you better have at least 4 packs, because I'll keep you eating, I'll keep you up all night, I'll keep your kettle boiling. No fat there, guys, eh? Oh, fighting fit. I'm actually quite fighting fit now, you know that? Jenny Donnelly, it's been a pleasure. I'm in good shape, but I've still got an inch of fat in my belly. I can't have everything. Here's Jojo. How you doing, Jojo? You better believe I'm solid, OG. You know the drill. Right, guys, fishing Caledonia, or geez, oh, let's not start talking about fishing. We'll be here till 3 in the morning. Yeah. I came on to thank those guys for the messages. It meant the world to me. Really did. Eternally grateful for that. That's me, paid in full. Absolutely. Chuffed that we're helping. Chuffed that we're helping, guys. So, thank you again, everybody. Again, another good chat. The feedback, without the comments, the channel's dead. It's dead in the water. Okay? But on a serious note, guys, you know, if we do ever meet, remember it is the big packets of hobnobs. Don't embarrass yourself, because I will call you out if it's the wee one. Don't be a cheapskate. Alright, night night. Have a good one. Take care. Bye bye.